Hey, fellow YouTubers. So this King Neptune statue right behind me was something I remember from literally being 3 or 4 years old the first time coming here. And used to probably come here at least once a year with my family thereafter. Have a good day, man. This is like right where you enter Palos Verdes. And my dad used to love to take us down to Palos Verdes. There was a hotel room right next door to Marineland. So we used to have Marineland, not SeaWorld, but Marineland right down here. And we'd go there periodically. And then also my parents would stay at the hotel room right next door to Marineland. So there was a liquor store right here. My dad would usually buy those little styrofoam ice chests and like a 12-pack and ice and have that for himself. But me and Mark, when we would stay at that hotel room, my parents would usually go there alone, but once in a while we were lucky enough to tag along. And it was great to explore along that coastline right there on Marineland for the tide pools and, you know, just a lot of sea life back in, I'm talking like early 70s. And then also Marineland, you could walk right into it. You weren't supposed to. Obviously, they wanted you to go in the front and pay, but there was a little wood gate, like hip high, and no security watching, so you could just kind of like throw rocks on the beach and then look around and step right over that fence and go in Marineland. Even when my best high school friends moved down here to go to Marymount Palos Verdes, it's a Catholic junior college. Who ever heard of that? What a waste of money. But, you know, it was their parents' money. They didn't care. But I'd come down here and visit them, and we could even do that at that age. So even when I was like, you know, 20, 21, so what would that be, like 1987, we could still just walk for free right into Marineland. And right where you'd come in, there was a big pool of dolphins there that you could pet. So the dolphins would come up by the edge and you could pet dolphins. It's really cool. But anyways, I wanted to kind of just mention some of the hyperbole that, you know, you'll hear these days from in the media, mainstream media mainly. So you hear words like armed insurrection, you know, when, you know, I don't think there was any guns involved. Insurrection, you know, I don't know if that's appropriate. Coup, you know, coup is like, you know, really organized attempt to take over the government with usually a prominent figurehead, a leader that's clearly the leader, and it's organized to, you know, you did have a few people with zip ties, but I mean, they were individuals acting on their own. I don't know what their intentions were with zip ties and stuff like that, but no, this was not an armed insurrection. It was not an organized coup with a very prominent figurehead leading it. But then words like China virus is being banned. Biden banned that. So you have hyperbole a lot coming out on one end, you know, white supremacists, you know, basically like if you're a Republican, oh, God forbid, a Trump supporter, you're a white supremacist. And I think it even applies to people that aren't white. You know, how does that make any sense, you know? So there's total pushing on these terms. Hyperbole is crazy terms as they can come up with, but then on the other side, blocking. So I think we have to ask ourselves, you know, if they're willing to have such hyperbole on one end and blow up the biggest words they can get to grab your attention and get you scared and nervous and hate the other side, then how come they would ban the word China virus when that's where it came from? So I think that's something that's kind of telling and that needs further investigation if you don't really know where you stand on some of these issues. Anyways, it's a beautiful day. Just wanted to talk about hyperbole. Have a good day.